Zach, it shows, I guess, just how tight this thing can be, right? One bounce of the puck goes the wrong way, and you get, not the result that you wanted tonight.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, it sucks losing like that, but it is what it is. It's part of the game. That stuff's going to happen, and it's tough going into the break on that. Our last game before the break ending that way, but that stuff happens. It is what it is. We'll learn from it. We'll move forward and get ready for the second or the last 25 games or whatever it is.
Well, and the fact that the way you guys have battled in this game like you have in so many games here recently kind of gives you hope as you come back from the break, knowing what you're going to have back with you and how you can approach those games, right?
For sure. We're going to be fine. I mean, we lost to Detroit earlier in the year, similar fashion, right, end of the game, and we were fine after that as well. So like I said, we'll learn from it and we'll move forward, but yeah, it is what it is. It's game of bounces, game of inches, and tonight it just didn't go our way. So, yeah, like I said, we'll just move forward from it.
Certainly we're in the game the whole night, but did you feel that you didn't get to your game most of the night, the way the Rangers were playing?
Yeah, they played good tonight. They really didn't give us much. We had to work for our chances. I thought once we got the puck down low, we created some stuff. Their goalie made some big saves, but I thought for the most part they did a good job of limiting our chances, our neutral zone speed and stuff like that. But we know they're a good hockey team, and they got guys that can make plays. And I thought we defended well for the most part. Elvis made some big saves, and we were right there to the end. It's just a tough bounce there to finish it.
Despite the ending, is the break coming at the right time for your team?
I feel like a lot of teams would probably say that, to be honest. A lot of guys are, a little bit banged up, a little tired, whatever it is. And I feel like for us to get some guys back after the break's huge for us. But everyone's in the same boat, right? Everyone played a lot of hockey in not a lot of days, and it's going to be a sprint to the finish once we get back, and we're excited for it. We're right where we want to be, playoffs, in a playoff race, and it's going to be fun.
What are you going to do these next 2 weeks to basically be in the best position to make that sprint?
I'm going to be playing hockey for the next 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that. But I feel like for guys in here, they're going to rest a little bit, and then I know a lot of guys are going to be skating over the break and getting some skill work in and staying on the ice. So we have a focus group in here. I trust everyone over the break is going to be smart and do their work. And yeah, it's just going to be a sprint once we get back. But we're looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
James, as much as that result is not what you wanted, it kind of gives this team another lesson in what playoff hockey is going to be like, right? One bounce and things are different.
Yeah, those are the margin for errors. We did some things I thought was a little uncharacteristic of us as far as kind of beating ourselves maybe a little bit with certain plays. But, yeah, obviously we're going to play in a lot of tight games down the stretch and got to use this break to regroup and obviously hopefully get some guys back, get a little bit healthier, and kind of go from there. But obviously this is the most fun time of the year to start playing, so we'll have to be ready to go for the last 25, 30 games, whatever it is. So
6 of your last 7 have been decided by 1 goal. How much does that type of experience help this young team, knowing what's coming ahead after the break?
Yeah, I mean, again, the level of play definitely ramps up the deeper you get into the season, especially right around the trade deadline. Towards the end of the year. So again, this is a year too where there's obviously a ton of teams kind of jockeying for playoff spots. I think this is maybe the most teams I've seen this late into the season that are still in the hunt. But yeah, it's just going to lead to a lot of these type of games. It's going to be tight games, and the little things are going to make the difference between winning and losing.
You and Evason hook up on a play I think you've had once before this season. Just talk about the chemistry on that play.
Yeah, he seems to find me when the net's wide open for me. So yeah, he's got great vision, and he makes a lot of really good plays out there. So yeah, he made an unbelievable play on that play.
James, what are you going to do the next 2 weeks to put yourself in position to finish strong?
Yeah, I think for me, I'm going to take some time with my family and do some family stuff, but also get on the ice in a spot where I'm going to go on vacation. So yeah, obviously you kind of learn what works for you over the years, and it's important for me to, again, make sure I'm staying sharp and working on my skills and things like that. So it's a little bit of both. Get some good family time in the sun. I know my kids will be excited about that, and swimming and stuff. And then for me, obviously, I have some time down where I'm going to be going to get on the ice a few times and work on some things to make sure, like you said, I'm ready to go for when we get back.
James, I'm sorry you got asked earlier, but when you guys come back from that break, you could get at least, I'm thinking maybe hopefully 2 guys, maybe more back. I mean, how much of a lift could that be for you guys going down the stretch?
Yeah, definitely. I think, again, obviously we've definitely had a lot of guys step up. We've had different people go down, and That's been a strength of our team, just kind of how tight-knit we are and just have that group effort and the group pull of that. But certainly getting some pretty good players back after the break, and yeah, that's going to be obviously a big lift to the group. So that's definitely encouraging for us. But we got to make sure we stick to kind of what's gotten us to this point, and obviously we're right there in the mix. But we got to have a strong finish if we want to make the playoffs. So so that's what we're going to focus on one day at a time.
Justin, tough result, obviously, but just talk about the overall effort tonight and how that had to kind of feel like a playoff type game out there.
Yeah, it definitely felt like a playoff game. I thought we competed hard. We gave ourselves a chance to win. Obviously, we came up short, and that's not the goal we had going into the game. But I'm proud of the guys' effort, guys stepping up, playing big roles. So it was good effort.
You guys, we talked about it before the game, that another one-goal game, and the experience in those games at this time of year is invaluable, I would imagine. It's something you can carry forward into games after the break.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of them coming down the stretch here. A lot of it's obviously a tight race coming in the wild card, so it's going to be a lot of one-goal games, and I feel like we're using these games to hopefully be on the other side of it when it really matters. And obviously tonight we didn't get those 2 points, which is what we play for. So we got to figure it out. But I liked our compete level. I liked how we stood up for each other and played hard.
On any given night, it can be any of you, but tonight Matthew Olivier was double shifting. He was all over the place. He was creating opportunities. It's that kind of hockey that I would guess you need to carry forward, right?
Yeah, I mean he's had such a solid year for us this year. He's so big and strong on the puck that he's hard to play against. He's definitely a guy that I like having on my team and in my line. He's not a guy you want to go play against every night. So for me personally, I love playing with him. He's so easy to play with. I know his compete level every night's going to be there. I know he's going to win battles. He's going to play hard. He's going to, if we get in a little bit, he's going to be there to help us out. So he's part of this team, and he stepped up this year as a leader, and fun guy to be around. So we're happy to have him.
With them adding JT Miller recently, I mean, that really deepens them down the middle. Zibanejad was like their third line center. How tough was it just to kind of get things set up, in their zone if you could tonight?
Yeah, I mean, from what I see, even Miller, he competes first. He's hard to play against. He's strong in the puck. Obviously a great addition for them. Obviously, center's an important position. You can, get your center deeper in this league. It's important, but I thought we did a good job getting them down low and getting pucks behind them and making them work below the goal line. I felt like once we got the puck down there, we were, creating havoc and creating opportunities in front of the net. I think Quick made some big saves tonight too, a couple on Olivier. We did a good job getting pucks in and playing our style.
Usually with a big break coming up, one of the talking points would be about, my gosh, they're going to be away from each other for 2 weeks, and is that going to affect chemistry and all that? But it doesn't seem like that would maybe affect you guys. Are you guys not worried about that at all?
No, I don't think it's a full 2 weeks. We'll be apart. We'll be around each other. We'll probably take, I don't know how many days, 7 days or so off and kind of rejuvenate and recharge. But I think everyone's going to come back with a hunger to win games. Obviously, we're getting some big pieces back, which is, I think we're all excited to see Boone back and these guys to get back in the lineup. And obviously, they're a big part of this team, and they can really help us down the stretch.
Dean, you gathered your group around you in the first period, that first TV timeout. What was the message there?
Yeah, we didn't start right. Turned pucks over, did some uncharacteristic things. It was just a little opportunity to have a wake-up call before the period ends, and we thought as a staff that they needed a little kick in the ass, just to you remember how we played, and we did. We played immediately. We played better, and not because of that, but just the reminder helped. And listen, guys, we played our asses off. Like, my gosh, we got a tough break. They had a good stick. We at the end we hit a couple crossbars. We just chatted that we've given ourselves an opportunity to win every single night, and when we get back off this break, we're going to do that again.
I guess that's the follow-up. Was that the message as you sent these guys out for the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, 100%. And just to remember, obviously, you always tell them to, work out a bit and don't forget rest, obviously, mentally and physically. But but get your workouts in and be ready. But most importantly, these are professional athletes. They'll be in shape when they come back. Just remember how we play, what we do to have success. And the great part is we have 3 days of practice to tune it back in and dial it back in. But besides the first few minutes of that hockey game tonight, we've given ourselves a chance, and we still gave ourselves a chance. I mean, we're right there at the end. They score whatever with whatever left, and sometimes that happens. But we certainly can't fault our battle, and our commitment to each other.
On that final goal, is that more of just a good play on their part, getting
Yeah.
the stick in there like you're talking about? Or is there a teachable moment there with the young defenseman?
No, we just talked to one of the guys spoke to it. He tried to do the right thing. Kept on his forehand, moved it north. They get a tip of a stick on it, hits the boards, and comes exactly right onto the tape. The guy makes a fantastic shot. It happens, right? So, no, I mean, there's no. We just talked about it. We just went up and down the lineup and went, could you fault anybody in tonight's hockey game? Was anybody bad on our team? No. So that's all we're going to ask as a coaching staff.
The Rangers in the start of that third really, I mean, they kind of pinned it in there a little bit. Them adding JT Miller really lengthens their lineup out. How tough is it just kind of facing a team like that that's so experienced and good and big down the middle?
It wasn't, because we had a tie game with a couple minutes left in the hockey game. We were good. They were good. Yeah, they've got a good team. My gosh, 100%. They're desperate. We're desperate. We didn't get 2 points tonight. It's a shame we didn't even get the one and have a chance for two. But no, I mean, they played hard. We played hard. They won the hockey game, and we didn't.
It seemed like you went with that Danforth line quite a bit tonight. They're obviously physical guys that win battles. And this time of year, can that be a line that can be in a sort of an identity for you guys?
Agreed. And at the end, we pulled a goalie. We had them out there. We felt Reeser hits the crossbar prior to that. Great opportunity. They were all over it. They were, they played against Miller's line all night. They did the job on them, but they also had scoring opportunities. And, they drove us physically here tonight, as you said, but they were a really strong line, and 100%. That's what we expect from everybody on our team.
It's been tough endings to games, like the Detroit game comes to mind, tonight comes to mind, just the confidence level of being resilient and being able to overcome so that it doesn't fester.
It's not festering. It's every night we give ourselves a chance. It's a mistake league. You make a little mistake, teams are going to make you pay, and it doesn't mean that it's not a work ethic mistake. If we're making plays that we're getting out competed or out battled or out, whatever, then maybe we would have concerns or concerned that it is a problem and festering. We don't. We're in a hockey game. You don't make excuses, but we get some fresh bodies back, some guys that have played in the National Hockey League for a long time. We're excited about that too, right? But I don't care. Like the group that played tonight played their asses off and gave us a chance to win a hockey game. That's what the organization, that's what the Columbus Blue Jackets do every night.
With the 2-week break coming up, is it a different situation managing that versus a traditional All-Star break from the past few years?
Not really. It's maybe a little longer, I guess, right? But the same thought process goes in. The strength and fitness guys give a plan to the guys. We ask them to be intelligent. Again, this is the National Hockey League. They're professional athletes. They're in fantastic shape. The one thing I tell you about our group is that we're not a team that gets away from it too much. Like they're pretty tight. So we expect them all to come back ready to make a push at the end of this break. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, guys.